Hi, I'm Rachel, and welcome to Wonky Chart. Over the next few minutes, I'll be your tour guide for your new app, how it's organized, and navigating to find information you want with just a couple of finger taps. The obvious place to start is to answer the question, what the heck is Wonky Chart? First, middle, and last, Wonky Chart is about fact over fiction. The late Senator Patrick Moynihan once admonished a colleague who had just told him a whopper, "You're entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts." We agree with Senator Moynihan. There's a whole lot of hyperbole going around. We have some serious problems to solve, and a good place to start to solve them is with pure, unvarnished fact, with a tool like this. The heart of Wonky Chart is charts. Around 2,000 in the first release and counting, all drawn from the most reliable, trustworthy data available, from sources like the Bureau of Economic Analysis, CBO, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, part of Congress, the Census Bureau, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, even the CIA World Factbook. Don't laugh. The CIA World Factbook is widely respected for info on the national economies, politics, and demographics. If you want to know more about Wonky Chart sources, look them up in the glossary section in this module. When you launch Wonky Chart, you see the home navigation screen. You've obviously already done this because you're watching me. The home screen lists these 10 major topics. Information is useless unless you can find exactly what you're looking for. Wonky Chart is designed to make it easy to pull up the chart you want with no more than 3 to 4 finger taps, maybe 5. Hot Currents is the place to go to find data on issues that are currently hot. How the oil market works, women's rights, welfare, Social Security, and Medicare. Whatever topics happen to be dominating the national conversation. If we can add to the factual side of things, we'll put it here. You'll also find video and animated analysis to help you sort through an issue. No spin, just the facts. Check Hot Currents regularly because we update often. The second category, spending, revenue, surpluses, and debt, provides a bird's eye view of government spending, revenues, deficits or surpluses, and overall debt since 1940. Want the answer to what the deficit was in 1954? Look here. If you want a more detailed look at federal spending, say what NASA spends, look in the next module, Federal Budgets. You'll find federal spending over the years broken out in a variety of ways. Taxes is self-explanatory. This module covers the waterfront on federal, personal, and business taxes, both today and from a historical perspective. The economy. What Wonky Charts provides is charts on topics people access the most: gross domestic product, unemployment and employment, how our economy is structured, our international oil bill and trade balances, basics, when you need info fast. Who earns what, how, and what they do with it? Want to know who the richest Americans are? Try income, wealth, and poverty first. The same for poor Americans and everyone in between. You'll also find charts on union versus non-union wages, average income, which groups are doing well and which aren't, how much we spend on necessities, healthcare, discretionary spending, and so on. If it's about making and spending money, this is the place to look. Ever been in a political discussion where someone says this or that political party passed a law and you know they're incorrect, but you're at an impasse because they don't believe you? Politics and Politicians offers charts that list which party controlled the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the presidency in the post-war era. There are also charts on economic records by presidential term, jobs created, and so forth. Wonky Chart helps with facts, but it's still up to you to win your debate. Landmark Laws and Decisions is a reference tool that provides synopses of key laws enacted by Congress and Supreme Court decisions over the years. You won't find them all, just the most important ones that affect us and how we live the most. Country to Country is just that, comparing the United States to our peers in the developed world on a variety of topics, from benefits received to wages to exports to healthcare spending, etc. For example, if you're wondering if the United States really spends more on healthcare than Britain, France, or Canada, try country to country. One more word about navigating in Wonky chart: scroll. This chart tracks U.S. spending, revenue, and/or budget surpluses from 1940 through fiscal 2011 in constant dollars. Nice if you're looking for trends over the long term, but what if you want to know the actual figures? The same chart with the numbers added. It's gibberish. There's too much to fit on one screen, so we broke the main charts down into chunks. A basic building block in Wonky chart is chart series, several charts on a specific topic that are grouped together. Use your finger to scroll, like this, to bring up the other charts in the series. The progression is usually from the present into the past. Wow, our grandparents spent a bundle on World War II. You can also use the pinch motion to make charts larger and smaller for a closer look. If you find yourself doing stuff like this with your iPad or mobile phone trying to figure out a term you're unfamiliar with, like what are constant dollars, you have three options. One, you can check out the About Charts video, the next row down from this one in the glossary menu. About Charts is a sort of primer with pointers on how to interpret charts, with explanations of terms you'll run across again and again in Wonky chart. Two, you can look in the text portion of the glossary to find a definition you want. Or three, maybe Uncle Wonky can help. This guy kinda looks like Uncle Sam's brother-in-law. Uncle Wonky is always available to help out with every chart. When you bring up Uncle Wonky, he'll often give you some extra information. Always the data source. If you're using Wonky charts to help with a paper for your political science class, and the instructor is a stickler for citing sources, look here. Most of you know the drill. Call Uncle Wonky by tapping his button on the navigation bar. Tap it again to tell him to go away. That's the basics of getting around in Wonky chart. Play with the app and you'll be punching up the chart you want in 3 or 4 taps in no time.